And remember, here on India Today, we've continued to bring you voices first and exclusive, both from Iran as well as Iranian expats who live here in India, who've become part of the uprising with their own voice. I'm joined now by Elnaaz Norouzis. She's an actor of Iranian origin who works in the Indian film industry. Elnaaz, thank you very much for speaking to India Today. First, tell us about your story, because we want to know firsthand about your family's story and how women have been oppressed for years, Elnaaz, in Iran.
Yes, hi. Thanks for talking about this and thanks for having me. The situation in Iran right now at the moment is very bad. There is a lot of chaos on the roads because people are protesting against the regime and against how women are treated. And this is not just since yesterday or since last week. This is since more than 40 years that women are oppressed. And, I was born myself, I was born in Tehran, and I've seen it, and I had to wear the hijab from early on. You know, you start going to school as a 6-year-old girl, you already have to wear a hijab. So,
Elnaaz, what went through your mind when you read about the deaths of people? At least 40 people at last count have apparently lost their lives in this fresh crackdown, and the protests are continuing. What did you think about that when you read about it?
It's horrific, I must say. I was, I'm sad. I'm furious because I myself was stopped by the morality police a couple of years back when I was in Tehran, and I was taken to the re-education college with which we see everywhere in the news right now, where Mahsa also was in, where she must have been beaten. It's a scary place to live in, right? You don't want to live like that. You don't want to leave the house and not know if you're ever going to come back. It's sad. We just don't want our women to live like this. We don't want our people to live like this.
So you're saying this happened a few years ago. How long have you lived in India, Elnaaz?
It's been more than 8 years now.
Okay. Do you think it's fair to compare, what's been happening in India and Iran, considering, what's happening there? There's a case in court on a limited hijab issue here in India, because some are doing that in light of what's been happening in both countries. Is that fair? What do you think?
I don't really compare countries or anything as such. I just know that I'm happy to live in a country where I'm free to do and say whatever I want to. It's very important. I can wear whatever I want to. I can do whatever I want to in this country. And it's not even my country in that sense. Even though I see India very much as my country, it's home for me. It's my heart. It's here, But it's a free country, and not only India. I grew up in Germany, and that's what I learned there as well, that you can say and do whatever you want to, and you don't have to be oppressed. You don't have to be forced to do something.
What's your message, Elnaaz, to conclude, to those who propagate, the wearing of hijab, little girls or others? What would be your message to them? Because you've actually lived it. You've faced the morality police, that's actually killing people right now in Iran. What would be your message?
I'm just saying, anywhere in the world, not just Iran, but especially Iran at the moment, because they're sick of it. Anywhere in the world, women should be allowed to make their own decisions. Decide if I want to cover my hair or if I don't want to cover my hair. That should be a woman's decision for herself. Nobody else should decide that for her. Anywhere in the world. That's what I'm saying. And that's what the Iranian people are saying. That's what they're hoping for. They're not saying that, they're not going and pulling anyone's hijab off and saying, you're not allowed to wear it. But how is it that they're allowed to come and say, you have to wear the hijab? It makes no sense.
At least 40 people have been killed so far. Let's hope that the violence stops and some kind of sense prevails. It's a horrific crackdown by the moral police in Iran, but given the huge sort of intensity of this crackdown. It doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon, but I appreciate your words and thank you for taking the time to speak with us and to millions of others here on India Today. Elnaaz Norouzis, thank you very much for speaking to us.